Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Just sorting out some last minute audio issues here. Be with you in just a second. All right, guys, I think we are ready to go. I'll take this maybe a little bit slowly here at the beginning just to make sure, in case anybody has any issues, make sure you feel free to plop them in the chat. Yeah. So, what we're going to be playing today, this is different than anything else that's kind of been on my channel previously. This is an Agatha Christie. I guess this is a character from one of her books. But I saw it and I enjoy mysteries. And so I decided to get the game. I'm not familiar with the character. I had to actually look up the pronunciation, which I believe they said is a Dutch or Danish kind of pronunciation. Uh, it is not something that I can pronounce. I do not have a fabulous French accent. I can do a couple of accents, not fabulously, probably not passably in the country that they're from. French is not one of them. So, what we're going to be doing though, we're just going to call this guy Hercule. I believe from what I looked up online, his name is actually pronounced without the H. It's Hercule or something like that. We'll call him Hercule because it looks like, Hercules, the demigod. All right, so let's jump in to a new game. Pay attention to all information relating to a piece of evidence. Whoa, hey, our tooltip left already. Okay. I guess that was our little introduction there. Let's get some story.
goodness. Officer, please, come quickly.
Oh, okay.
Bonjour, mademoiselle. How can I...
It has become a madhouse. Madame has been shouting and cursing all morning. I've never seen her so angry. But what great luck to happen upon you.
How about that?
Please, try to remain calm. First, may I ask your name?
Okay.
We don't have time for that. Please, hurry.
Oh, well, her name's Elizabeth, for anybody that's wondering. Prologue the Bracelet. Okay.
Mademoiselle, now we are here, I must insist on your name before I can continue any further. I am Officer Hercule Poirot.
Yeah, I can't pronounce that. Just saying.
I am Elizabeth, but it is the maidservant that we must consider. Forgive me, officer, but are you new to the area?
I stand out so obviously.
I mean no offense, only I have not seen you before. This is a small town, and you learn everyone's faces very quickly.
Very observant of you, mademoiselle. I was recently posted here from the city, and a good thing I'm here now. Let us get to the bottom of this madness you speak of.
Okay. Talking to characters is essential when gathering evidence. Basic questions are flagged with the question mark icon, and then use the left click on the question to pose it to Elizabeth. Tell me, what has caused you to become so agitated?
There has been a theft at the house.
Okay.
Then I am exactly where I should be, n'est-ce pas?
Well, let's start with what all items have been taken.
It is only one of Mademoiselle Angeline's most valuable bracelets, taken from her room.
Okay.
Then its safe return is of the utmost importance.
Does the house have any suspicions as to whom is responsible?
Madame Van den Bosch, the lady of the house, believes Fleurette is behind it.
You have an alternative suspect?
Mademoiselle Angeline thinks that someone has broken in and taken it. This seems more plausible to me.
Okay. Okay, I don't have the chance to ask her the other question. Seems that they think someone else has broken in.
Merci, mademoiselle. Your assistance has been invaluable.
Investigate the grounds for evidence of an intrusion. Elizabeth believes that burglary is behind the bracelet's disappearance. If that is the case, there will no doubt be a sign of intrusion in the grounds. Whenever Poirot, I believe is how they pronounce that, uncovers an interesting area of investigation, an objective is launched. Here you can see all the evidence relating to your very first objective, and using the mouse to move your cursor, try highlighting each piece of evidence to see the interpretation of them. Okay. Unknown culprit. Seems to be some conflicting ideas of who's behind the missing bracelet. If it is such a beloved piece, it must be worth a great deal. It's not often you see such crimes committed here. This could be my chance to solve a real case. Got it. It's important to pay attention to all information given for each piece of evidence. This will become more vital as you start making deductions. For now, press right-click to return to the scene. Got it? Okay. Time to find some more evidence. Elizabeth mentioned an intruder, so let's start with the gravel path. Try finding clues that may have been left on the path itself. You can use... Okay, to zoom the camera. Got it. Oh, okay, so it's a point and click. So it's not just... Well, he does actually walk, though, too. Well, when I say he does actually walk. He walks with WASD. It's not just point and click. Okay. There's a mysterious box here. It says garden seeds. I mean, here's a ladder. Aha. Okay. Alright. Let's maybe zoom in a little bit. This is a little bit far out for now. Alright. Can I go here? I can. It's slushy. Here's the garden, I would suppose. Though you cannot walk through those plants. Maybe I should check in the entryway where there seems to be a bunch of footprints. Let's go slosh again. Are these footprints? There we go. Muddy footprints.
Oh.
While 2 sets lead away from the house, only 1 muddy set returns, rather hastily, it seems. Oh. Okay, that sounds like somebody took it out and gave it to somebody, or I don't know. Every inspection you make adds evidence to the appropriate place. Press R to view your active objectives. You can do this at any time as you explore each scene. Okay. Yeah, that's the only one I have right now. Oh, and you can... Okay. Okay. Next, try searching the garden lawn. There must be something there that helps to explain the mud. I imagine that would be the sloshing. Let's go slosh. Waterlogged patch.
Aha.
This morning's shower must have been heavier than I thought. An intruder stepping here would surely leave evidence elsewhere. Got it. Now you have enough evidence to make your first deduction. Access your first objective using R. Okay. Open your current objective using E. Alright, so. Sizable garden. When the weather permits, it must be perfect for entertaining. Alright, start linking. So, the waterlogged patch goes to the muddy footprints.
What a revelation.
Interesting. Okay, so that unlocks a new conversation. Seems like the muddy footprints are the result of earlier rain. Well done. You just made your first deduction. Linking evidence gives you new evidence to use in your investigation. In this case, you've also unlocked a new action as represented by the... I guess that's a speech bubble icon. Alright, return to the objectives screen. Alright, what objectives? Oh, talk to Elizabeth. Okay. Elizabeth, tell me about the muddy footprints.
Of course, officer. How can I help?
The footprints in the path are fresh today. Do you know who they belong to?
One set must be mine, leaving to find you. The other set must be Florette's. She was caught in the rain this morning.
Okay. That explains the hurried, scuffled nature of the prints. Okay.
Merci, mademoiselle. Your assistance has been invaluable.
Okay. This is just the beginning. There's so much more to uncover. Try exploring the rest of the garden, collecting evidence and making deductions until you're able to solve your first objective. Remember, you can use R to view your objectives and related actions at any time. Okay. More garden exploration. I didn't see anything else in here that was... unless there's something in this shrubbery. I don't know what that is. Overgrown grass. Okay. There are no signs of trampling, but it is a shame to see a lawn so unkempt. Okay. So do I mean, I don't know that that necessarily has anything to do with anything else, right? I mean, other than the fact that we found garden supplies over here. Okay, so here's a ladder and the... Judging by the condition of this ladder, I wouldn't trust it with my weight. Perhaps a braver man than I perched this elsewhere against the roof. Okay. And I did see the side door is available. I was just trying to zoom out to see a little bit. Side door. It appears to be rusted shut, and if these cobwebs are anything to go by, it hasn't been unlocked in some time. Perhaps they entered another way. Maybe a very light person climbed up the ladder? Of course, it doesn't seem to go anywhere, but I can't see the roof. Bench carving.
Oh.
A declaration of love has been carved into the bench. L loves E. Okay. Somebody that loves Elizabeth, maybe? Oh. Overgrown trellis.
Aha.
This trellis has been left untouched for quite some time. Very much like the grass, I suppose. Okay, we've got more stuff. Oh, there's an open window? I don't see an open window, but okay.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, it was out of my viewing port. It's an impossible climb to reach it unassisted. The ledge beneath it appears rather precarious. Okay. Anything else? I apparently have new conversation options with her, but I'm just looking to see if there's anything else. I imagine we've got to go in and link some stuff, maybe? So let's try that. Okay, and then I go into the current objective. Alright, the intruder didn't use the path, but they can't use the side door. And he doesn't think that they used the ladder either. Oh, I'm supposed to talk to Elizabeth about the overgrown grass. Okay, let's talk to her, I guess, about the overgrown grass before we start trying to link things, because I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to be linking at the moment. There you go. Can I talk to you? There we go.
Of course, officer. How can I help?
I could not help noticing the unkempt lawn. Is there not an employed gardener?
There is, sir. Luke. But he was called away from the house on a personal matter. Rahana, our cook, accompanied him.
Luke. Perhaps Luke is the L? In the L loves E? Luke has an fascination maybe with Elizabeth? With no gardener present? With no gardener present, there was still no one tending to the lawn this morning, but still no sign of anyone stepping across it. Alright, I see there's a little romance in this house.
Excuse me, officer?
Oh. She apparently has no idea.
The carving on the bench. Forgive me, I was not suggesting anything untoward.
Okay.
Oh, of course not. Yes. I suppose there must be.
Would you know the identity of the mysterious L and E?
I'm afraid not. Perhaps they were old residents. A pair of star-crossed lovers, perhaps. Madame does not allow distracting staff relationships.
She's talking very fast and high-pitched all of a sudden. Anybody else notice that?
Love is not something that can be harnessed so easily.
That is Madame's rule, and I wouldn't want to be the one that challenges her on it.
Okay.
Merci, mademoiselle. Your assistance has been invaluable.
Okay. Oh, it linked it for me here, it looks like. The intruder didn't use the lawn. Okay. Yeah, so it linked some things itself. I would imagine that person would have had to get in through the open window using the ladder. Let's link it and see what happens.
Another success. I never doubted myself.
Okay. He apparently liked that. I found no practical or logical way for someone to have reached the window. Perhaps another means of entry was attempted. So did they It's an impossible climb to reach it unassisted. The ledge... Whoops. Oh, this is just about the window. Did it at least give me another conversation option? Let's find out. Do you have another conversation option for me?
Of course, officer.
Nope. Nothing.
Merci, mademoiselle.
Okay. So. Oh, what? Front door? There are no signs of tampering or forced entry. Okay, we checked the trellis. With the flower bed? How'd I miss that? Such beautiful flowers. I'm glad to see no one carelessly damage them, so they didn't crawl into that window either. We got the bench. We got the ladder. We got the side door. The overgrown grass. Anything about this little pavilion, or not pavilion, little gazebo thing in the middle? Can I go in there? Ooh! Quote on a plaque.
Ah,
A touching extract taken from Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet, expertly carved on a plaque. The measure done, I'll watch her place of stand, and touching hers, make blessed my rude hand. Did my heart love till now, forswear its sight, for ne'er saw true beauty till this night. I'm having problems reading today. Clues and evidence are beginning to gather. It would be best that I approach them logically. Is that his way of saying we found all of the clues? Oh, I've inspected the garden. Is, I guess, what that means. Nobody used the front door. The side door's rusted shut. They had to have gone in the window. Okay, but he does seem to agree that somebody has to have gotten... Well, okay. Maybe that's just indicating... It says perhaps another means of entry was attempted since you can't reach the window. I'm assuming maybe he's talking about the ladder, so maybe that was correct. Oof. Okay. So, I don't know if you noticed, but there's kind of like down by this greenhouse, when you actually look at the... I guess I can't probably go back here, huh? Nope. So when you actually look at the evidence tree, so you've got Elizabeth connecting to the garden lawn, which connects to the front of the house. And then, of course, there's the side of the house over here. The side of the house doesn't have a whole lot go... I thought maybe that's supposed to connect back around to Elizabeth and form like an actual square. Not so convinced that that's that's an accurate statement, though. Okay. So we know it has to have been the window down here, based on what we've determined. What about this trellis? Can I... No, not that trellis. It did say that I have to connect things in order to bring up additional conversation options, so maybe that's just what it's waiting on right now. Maybe we really have found everything. Alright, who wants to give a suggestion? What do we connect here? The intruder didn't use the path. So, where is the... There's the bench carving. So this one is now has a notation that you've talked to Elizabeth. This one that you talked to Elizabeth. Do you eventually, if you link things up, I wonder, do you actually get to talk to Elizabeth about all of these? Okay. So if we try to link... Whoops, that was the wrong button. What if we try to link this to the ladder?
I must act on thought and fact, not on impulse.
Oh, he didn't appreciate that at all. Hmm.
Order and method. That is the way to solve the problem.
Order and method. What does that mean? I tried to link the culprit to the bench carving just to see what he would say, because, of course, like I said, there's got to be something with the bench carving, that L and E, but I'm not sure how to necessarily link it. All right. It can't go out that way. So I wonder if I just start, until I kind of get the gist of how some of this linking works, if I just start trying to link up everything. Maybe that's the best way to go about some of this, because I'm not quite sure what it wants me to link up at this moment. Let's do that really quickly. Alright, so stolen bracelet would get linked to an unknown culprit.
Come, my little grey cells. We must think logically.
Little gray cells. Aha! Investigate the rounds for...
I cannot see the logic in this. Perhaps a second look at the evidence in front of me.
Okay.
Is there something I am not seeing?
Clearly, because we're trying to figure out how to link this stuff up. I mean, overgrown grass would match with overgrown trellis, right?
I must take a different approach if I am to uncover the truth.
Hmm.
This will not get me any closer to my goal.
Okay. Flower bed is... So...
I cannot see the logic in this. Perhaps a second look at the evidence in front of me.
Hmm. So... Yeah, I'm just not sure which pieces of evidence... Oh, wait, there's 4 things that are flashing. Oh, somebody tells me that there's some messages in chat that I'm apparently not seeing. Hang on 1 second here. Let me tab out. It's gonna mute the... Oh, there we go. There's the chat. It was hidden behind a window. There we go. So I do see that there's some messages in chat now. There are certain ones flashing about the basement windows. We'll check those in just a second. I just noticed that, I guess I wasn't paying enough attention. There are 4 of these that are flashing. You can see intruder didn't use the lawn, intruder didn't use the path, side door, front door. I'm not sure which ones these are supposed to link to necessarily.
Things are beginning to become clearer.
Okay, so maybe when they're flashing is when they expect you. Neither of the external doors have been damaged or show any signs of an unwanted visitor. Okay. So then, if that's the case, did these link up too?
The pieces of the puzzle are finally coming together.
Okay, I think I finally figured out exactly... I'm sitting here thinking there's a lot of pieces here that I would have to try to piece up with everything else. They want you to link the ones that are flashing. And I thought... I could not find signs of an unwanted visitor in the garden. Did someone cover their tracks? So I thought maybe they just expected you to figure things out. And I mean, there's certain things that seemed like they made sense. Like, yeah, like that the intruder didn't use the path, that meant that should have linked to like the side door, front door, or the window. I mean, obviously the side door and front door said that there was no forced entry, but anyways, we probably have some new conversation options now. Let's go talk to Elizabeth again. We'll figure this out in the end.
Of course, officer. How can I help?
Okay. Well, we still have no options.
Merci, mademoiselle.
Okay. So now what are they thinking? Alright, so someone said that the, Def is saying that there are flashing windows in the basement. Maybe those were flashing when I was walking by things like the trellis, maybe? There's the front door. There's the flower bed. Yeah, I don't think any of the basement windows are actually flashing. I think we probably have all the evidence based on a comment that he made at some point. Hop back in here. Now they don't have anything that is blinking. No unlawful access through the garden, and no forced entry.
Come, my little grey cells. We must think logically.
I'm thinking logically. Like in my mind, those things link up. It means that somebody probably accessed it from, you know, like somebody inside the house, accessed through like a back door or something like that.
Some would say a lucky guess. I would say a moment of genius.
Okay, no forced entry and no scaled access go together, though. All right. Could not find any signs of an unlawful entry into the house, while I find signs of an intrusion elsewhere in the grounds. Okay. No unlawful entry to the house. So then, these should connect, right? Because no unlawful access through the garden, no unlawful access through the house. Does that make sense? You think, maybe?
Magnifique.
Oh. Achievement unlocked. It wasn't a burglary. Okay, I figured that out. With no obvious signs of a burglar, perhaps I should be looking at those inside for answers. This is not the start I was expecting. There are no signs of an intruder at all. There is something amiss. I must remain vigilant and keep my wits about me. Talk to Elizabeth. Okay. Alright, I think we understand better now how to... Congratulations, you completed your first objective and earned a collectible accessible from the main menu. For now, continue your investigation by asking Elizabeth for permission to enter the house. She was the one that thought it was a burglar.
I have conducted my initial inspection of the house and grounds. It is now necessary for me to speak with those in the house.
Of course. Thank you, officer. I'm sure Madame Van den Bosch will be happy to hear the police are investigating.
I suspect there will be someone inside who will not be as pleased to hear it. To main hall. I can go inside now. I presume this is the lady of the house. She holds quite a presence, and from what Mademoiselle Elizabeth said, she is not one to be on the wrong... not one to be on the wrong side of. I must talk with her before beginning my search. Okay. Cassandra.
Who are you? You are not the commanding officer I requested.
Oh, well, that was a very pompous way to phrase that.
No, dear madame, I am Officer Hercule Poirot. I can assure you that,
This will simply not do. I sent Elizabeth to bring me a competent law...
And that is what she has brought, madame. Now, I would like to continue my investigation.
I understand a bracelet has gone missing.
You understand correctly. It is my daughter's bracelet. It is a rather expensive piece.
And valuable to your daughter, no doubt. It was a gift.
So I somehow missed the fact that it was a daughter's bracelet. I assumed it was this lady's bracelet, so that's kind of news to me. Maybe I misheard before.
Yes, it was from her late father, my husband, the Viscount, and it has not gone missing. It was stolen.
I've been informed that you believe you have caught the culprit.
I do not believe so. I know so. It was Florette, the maidservant. I knew I could not trust her.
And why is that?
Because I don't. I do not need to explain myself any further, especially to a measly officer.
Oh, again, pompous. You do not believe there was an intruder in the... I mean, we don't believe there was an intruder in the house.
Don't be ridiculous. I have told you who is guilty. If there had been a break-in, surely it would be your job to stop them.
If it was the case, of course, madame. Although I cannot predict a burglar's movement.
So I wonder if I was not... She got more angry looking over here on the screen when I asked that question. I'm pretty sure. I wonder if maybe I'm supposed to avoid asking questions like that I already kind of deduced myself.
Perhaps then you have proved me right, and you aren't the competent officer I require.
Oh, rude. Never have I met someone so adamant that they don't require help from the police. Her accusation against the maid is rather questionable. There must be more to the story, and it is my duty to uncover it.
Merci, madame. You have been most helpful.
A new mind map has been unlocked. Madame Van den Bosch was so quick to, that's grammatically wrong, to accuse the maidservant Florette. I wonder if this hasty accusation hides behind a deeper reason. Ah. Got the main hall down here. We got Cassandra. She dismissed the burglary, accused Florette, and confirms the theft. Alright, let's investigate. Each time you meet a new character, you'll unlock their character profile. Press F to view a list of everyone you've met so far. Oh, cool. But... oh, neat. Let's go investigate things. Let's go snoop around. There's something over here. A collection of books. Some of the greatest authors and novels throughout history. Daughter's name in chat. What does that mean? 2-room. Coat. There's nothing in particular about this coat, but what is in the pocket? Hidden inside the coat pocket, although fairly plain, it is still an attractive item of jewelry. I wonder if it holds a special significance. Oh. Was Luke planning on proposing to Elizabeth? There's gunk on your floor right beside your dress. Various art pieces have been packed and addressed to the auction house. I assume Madame did this. It does not seem to be working. Why would a house of this size be without a working telephone? I can tell you why my house doesn't have a working telephone, and it is because, well, I have a cell phone. Who needs a working telephone? Alright, portrait of gentleman.
Oh.
A rather impressive portrait, I must say. There's a new conversation unlocked. Alright. Let's go ask about it. And I'm not sure if the daughter's name starts with E. I'm not sure who they said at the beginning that the... I'm not sure who they said that the bracelet belonged to. Right.
Really, officer, you are wasting both your time and mine.
Oh my. I couldn't help but admire the handsome monsieur and the portrait on the wall.
And what is your point?
Oh.
May I ask of the subject?
You may not. Honestly, your prying is getting on my last nerve.
Okay.
Merci, madame. You have been...
Alright. Is there anything that we're supposed to link up at this point? I don't think so. Let's go into the other parts of the house that we saw. So there's an upstairs over here. Let's go peek around upstairs. Oh. We cannot fall off, in case you're curious. Missing painting? Is it in the auction crate? There's obviously been something previously hanging in this position. Was it stolen, I wonder? The interesting question is, did they accidentally box up the bracelet with the auction items? Let's go in this room. This must be the scene of the crime. I was expecting to find clues, not who I must assume is the daughter. I can only hope she has not tampered with the scene. I assume I'm supposed to talk to her first, but, you know. Oh, you know what? I might have to. Hello. Angeline.
What do you think you're doing in here? Who let you in?
Well, now you know. It does not start with an E. It starts with an A.
Mademoiselle Angeline, I presume. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Officer Hercule Poirot.
Yeah, I definitely cannot pronounce that name.
An officer of the law? But what are you doing here? Don't you need to be chasing down the burglar?
Interesting that she's assuming it's a burglar, too.
Your bracelet has gone missing. It is only correct. I speak with all members of the house and investigate the scene of the crime.
By the way, I don't know if you guys noticed, but the window is open, so this is the room that has the open window from the outside.
Ah, if we must.
Merci. I will attempt to take up as little of your time as possible.
Why don't you begin by telling me about what has happened?
Some rat stole my bracelet this morning. Even though it's clear someone has broken in, Maman refused to listen and blamed Florette.
You sound very convinced it was taken by someone from outside of the house.
My window was open when I returned. How else can you explain that?
Setup? Make it look like somebody came from outside? The bracelet in question. It must have been particular value to justify such a daring burglary.
It is of great value. Money was no object to father.
It was a gift from your father. I can only assume it holds great value to you also.
Of course it does. What a silly thing to say. It's a good thing Mama had it insured with the others.
It was insured. I'm trying to understand how someone could have entered and exited your room unnoticed.
It must have been while I was down at breakfast with Elizabeth. She was with me all morning.
Oh, okay.
Mademoiselle Elizabeth was with you until you discovered the bracelet was missing?
She was. She woke me up later than usual. I washed and dressed, and we went down to the lounge for breakfast.
Interesting.
You have been of great help to my investigation, mademoiselle. I will do everything I can to find the culprit.
Yes, return your bracelet. A new mind map unlocked. This is where the bracelet in question was last seen. I must investigate the crime scene thoroughly, leaving no stone unturned. So. Can I link this to Elizabeth? I cannot. Okay. Oh, so there's no... I see in the top left corner, when I clicked on this, you see it flashes red. That I'm guessing that's indicating it's not supposed to be linked to anything. All right, let's peek around. Angeline, you're in the way. Is this glass on the floor? Rather irresponsible and dangerous to leave it in this state, whether one was in a rush or not. What are you over here? Photograph of gentleman. Okay, there we go. The gentleman is the same one as from the hallway, judging by the cracked glass, and must have been recently dropped, which might be why there's cracked glass on the floor. Okay. Abandoned poker. Okay. It has been left out, oddly not replaced in its stand. The ending has a hooked spike. What further use could it have? Maybe, I don't know, climbing up into a window? Jewelry box. This must be where the piece in question has disappeared from. So many beautiful pieces remain. What about you? Cleaning rag. It's covered in a black powder. It would not be too much of an assumption to think that it has come from dealing with the fireplace. Okay. This must keep the room rather snug on a cold evening. Okay. So, one would assume... Am I in the right? I'm in the main hall one. So there's one link apparently here. What I would normally link here is the insured valuables with the bracelet, but I don't see the bracelet on here. Okay, so all right. Okay, this is what I wanted to get into. So, presumably the broken glass. Oh, it doesn't go there.
I should not be surprised by my own skills of deduction.
Okay. A new conversation skill, or a conversation has been unlocked. It seems the photograph fell on the floor and Angeline replaced it. Alright, let's go chat with Miss Angeline and ask her about it.
The longer you're here, the further the criminal goes with my bracelet. But by all means, fire away.
Can I assume the photograph was cracked by accident?
How should I know? I returned to the room and father was face down on the floor. It must have been the burglar.
So it is your father that is the subject.
Isn't he handsome? I remember watching him sit for it. He kept looking across and smiling at me. The artist was getting awfully angry at him.
If you'll entertain my curiosity, would you tell me about your father?
Maman never wants to talk about him. She says it's too hard, but she acts more like she doesn't even care he's gone.
Oh.
I'm sure that is not the case. It must have been very hard for her, for you both.
I miss him every day. He always knew how to put a smile on my face. I remember how much fun we would have, all three of us. In the summer, Father and I would play hide and seek while Maman read. She always helped me though whenever it was his turn to hide. I would stand in the gazebo, cover my eyes and count, and when I turned, he was nowhere to be seen. Maman would lower her book and flash a look towards his hiding spot. After I found him, he clapped and cheered as though I had won a gold medal. When I was hiding, it didn't matter where I was. He could never find me. I always thought I was an expert hider, but when I think back now, I know he was letting me win. He always said my smile was prize enough for him. He always knew just what to say.
I'm sure he would want you to be smiling today, even under such circumstances.
Having heard her story, I can begin to see why he is so missed. It is a tragedy, the loss of a loving father and husband.
You have been of great help to my investigation, mademoiselle.
Yes, everything to return your bracelet. Okay. Let's go back out here. There was another room down here at the end of the hall, and then there was also one downstairs yet. Searching the bathroom is not essential to my current investigation. Nobody told me it was a bathroom, Hercule. Because again, I'm not even going to pretend to pronounce your name. So this one says, do not enter to. Where's this one for? The kitchen. Alright, let's go in this one then instead. 2 room. It's locked, and sobbing can be heard inside. I assume Madame has taken the law into her own hands. A rose and crossed hour symbol adorns the door, perhaps a signal of forbidden love. Come, my little gray cells, let us solve this mystery. Oh, it's to the lounge. Alright, so. Oh, wait, I'm supposed to talk to Elizabeth too? Elizabeth is outside. Hang on. Before we start looking at the mind map, let's go talk to Elizabeth.
Mademoiselle Elizabeth, I hope you are feeling less distressed now. I can assure you I shall find the guilty party and the bracelet.
Oh, he's very sure of himself.
Thank you, officer. Yes. All I want is for Florette to be heard.
Bien sûr. Rest assured she will get the fair trial she deserves. I wonder if you could help me with some questions regarding the house.
Of course. Whatever I can do to help.
There's sobbing coming from behind the locked lounge door.
When I left, Madame was with Florette in there. Surely she would not have locked her in. It must have been an accident.
Accident, huh?
Madame Vandenbosch should not be deciding her fate. Would you grant me access to speak with her?
I would, sir, but I don't have the key. There is a spare somewhere, though. Oh, how awful, the thought of her locked in there.
Do you have any thoughts as to where I may find it?
I'm sorry. Madame does not trust the staff with such knowledge, even me. Although I did overhear her once say it was hidden somewhere, close to her heart. Whatever that means.
Necklace, maybe? I am filled with sorrow for the young girl trapped in the lounge, but I must admit I have missed the thrill of solving a good puzzle. Perhaps the countryside is not as tedious as it seems on the surface.
Merci, mademoiselle. Your assistance has been invaluable.
Okay. Alright, let's look at our mind map. There's still a talk to Cassandra and Elizabeth, but maybe it's because I've got to link some things up. Let's link some stuff. Let's start by figuring out what stuff we're supposed to link. So, oh, this is a big mind map. Okay. A strange symbol. Presumably that would be linked to bench carving, yeah?
Is there something I am not seeing?
Okay. They're not flashy like they were when we were outside. Maybe we need to go to the other mind map? Because there's different ones. Maybe this one? It had an exclamation point. Let's see. But you can't link that one. Wonder why. Okay, this one, I just realized it does show that there's 0 links on the top left hand, assuming I'm understanding that properly. So let's go back into this one. This one says that there's supposed to be, if I understand this properly, there's supposed to be 2 links. So let's link the insured valuables to maybe the auction crate?
I must act on thought and fact.
There's portrait of a gentleman. Oh, but that one is let's see. Oh, missing painting. To insured valuables?
This will not get me any closer to my goal.
Is the missing painting in the auction crate?
I should not be surprised by my own skills of deduction.
Okay. Madame is selling a great deal of her collection. Perhaps there's more to this than just redecorating. Yes, I would imagine. We're starting to sound like there's an insurance scam here. Fireplace with dirty rag. Yeah, I couldn't connect the fireplace, the sooty fireplace. You couldn't actually click on that when it yelled at me. Let's see. So that was one of 2. Selling heirlooms. Maybe I connect the insured valuables to the selling heirlooms.
I must take a different approach if I am to uncover the truth.
Yeah, actually, that wouldn't make sense because you wouldn't... The insured valuables would go with theft, not... Maybe you connect it to the theft then. Let's connect it to here.
Order and method. That is the way to solve the problem.
Okay. Clearly he does not love that one. I wonder if there's a way to turn down the, one moment, please. The sound effects are quite loud. The mind map? Yes, they're much quieter now. I think they're somewhat unnecessary. Anyways. All right. So we've got a golden band, which... maybe the forbidden love? Where was that one? Isn't there one about forbidden love here? Maybe we just go to the bench carving?
Is there something I am not seeing?
Clearly, there's something I'm not seeing. All right, let's see. Yeah, so you can't connect these to the people themselves, otherwise I would think that this would be... But when I click on this, then all of a sudden these flash. Strange symbol and quote on a plaque. Maybe let's try those.
The pieces of the puzzle are finally coming together.
Interesting. Okay. So they actually give you, like, little tips. That was why they were flashing before, was because I had clicked on something. Okay. It seems someone in the house has a keen interest in the works of William Shakespeare. Okay. All right, what am I supposed to... That apparently connects to something now. Ah, this would make sense, right?
Come, my little grey cells. We must think logically.
That was pretty logical. If you have an interest in Shakespeare, that it connects to the collection of classic novels. Yeah, all of a sudden, once this was unlocked, was when we got another link. So, presumably... I would imagine this is going to connect to something. So do you see flashing now? I see the chat comment that there's something flashing. Maybe the flashing was from before. I mean, I don't see anything flashing now necessarily. All right. Is there any chance that it gave us another conversation option?
Really, officer?
Oh, we do have the option to enter the lounge.
Only if you are prepared to take Florette away.
It is an offense to incarcerate someone without suitable proof of misdeeds. I must question Mademoiselle Florette to gather her version of events.
If you will not do your duty and lock her up, then I must. She shall remain there, and I, the keyholder, until she is led from the room in handcuffs.
Okay.
Merci, madame. You have been most helpful.
No, you have not at all. So, the only other thing I could think about the, well, let's go back into the mind map quickly and see if that changed anything. Oh, it does. Those are crossed out now. Talk to Cassandra and Elizabeth. Okay, this is what I expected. Okay. So, do I... Yeah, I'm still not sure what else it wants me to connect up here, because like I said, kind of popped up when this came up. And the only thing I could think that this...
This will not get me any closer.
Yeah, I didn't figure that was probably it. Alright, let's go back upstairs really quickly and see if we can't talk to Angeline again about possibly... Because I will say, I've heard it before. It's listed that Cassandra has the key, but... I have heard, you know... I have kind of seen, like, mysteries being solved on, like, detective shows and stuff where somebody says something about their heart and it turns out to be, like, their children. Oh, we never checked out the open window. The frame is noticeably cracked. Furthermore, the internal latch shows it has been opened from the inside, and rather forcefully, I must add. Well, that's new. How did I miss that? And a rectangular dust reset. What does that mean? Something has obviously Oh, that there was something there. Resided here for some time and only moved recently. I believe I found everything here that can help me uncover the truth. Perhaps I must consider what exactly these clues mean. So, if it's rectangular, one would assume this, right? The jewelry box? Alright, let's check it out. Up here. Oh, it says it wants me to talk to Elizabeth again? Alright, so where is the... Here. Can I connect this to this?
I cannot see the logic in this. Perhaps a second look at...
Alright, I'm not sure how the jewelry box would not be the thing there. And you can't click on the big circles. You can only click on the little circles. When I clicked on anything, is anything flashing? Nope. Okay, so does this mean I have to... Let's see. So I need to go back to Elizabeth? Goodness gracious. Let's back down the stairs again. Alright. So, Steph, I assume you're still in chat. What's your theory here? Who did it? Who done it? Oakley dokley?
Certainly, officer.
Did you notice anything else missing when you returned? You're saying jewelry box to fireplace. Why do you think jewelry box to fireplace? The jewelry box hasn't been burnt, right? And he said there's still jewelry in it? Let's finish this conversation, though.
Now I think of it, I don't recall seeing her memento tin.
What is a memento tin? Like a little tin that you keep junk in? Memento tin. Could this have been what usually resides on the desk in Mademoiselle's bedroom?
She holds her keepsakes from her father and other gifts or tokens in it. She has such a wonderful collection. She's very lucky. She normally keeps it close, but I didn't see it this morning.
Mysterious.
Merci, mademoiselle.
Okay. Mind map. That has to have been... Wait. Was I supposed to talk to Angeline again? Look here, people. Something else is missing, and we will link that to... Oh, no, it's already linked to the rectangular thing. You think they're climbing out of the fireplace? I did actually consider that. But then I figured there'd probably be a little more... Of course, maybe that's what all this junk is on the floor beside Cassandra's dress. Or it's hidden in there. Maybe it was, because maybe that's why the fire poker's over here on the floor. It was used to kind of like shove it up there or something. All right, let's talk to Angeline quickly.
The longer you are here, the further the crypt.
Besides the bracelet, have you noticed anything else missing?
Is one bracelet not enough?
I only ask that you are sure it is my duty to return your bracelet.
I have checked everywhere. You can ask Elizabeth if you don't believe me. It is only my bracelet that is missing.
As I have stated, it is my duty to speak with every member of the house, and I would not want to have discovered a further missing piece later.
Liar! Where's your memento
You have
tin?
been of great help.
Alright, now that we've talked to both of them, now let's link some stuff, right? There's got to be something that flashy now. Nothing else was taken.
Order and method. That is the...
Maybe we link something else was taken to nothing else was taken because it's very cryptic.
I must act on thought.
Or not. Alright, so why does Elizabeth have nothing around her head? Like, why doesn't she talk about the... Why is there nothing around her that talks about how she thinks the memento tin is missing, you know? Nothing else was taken to...
I must take a different approach if I am to I cannot see the logic in this.
I mean, I can. Maybe Angeline confirms burglary to the open jewelry box?
Come, my little grey cells. We must think logically.
Well, again, my logic is present. Apparently you just don't understand it. Oh, wait. They're flashing now. The open window and the abandoned poker. What did they just start flashing? Am I going crazy? All right.
What a revelation!
It was forced open, and looking at the poker, I cannot see a delicate way it could have been done. Who would do such a thing and why? All right. Let's see. There's no other connections on this one, so let's back out here. But there's an exclamation point on this one, so I think something is supposed to be connected here that we've not yet figured out. What is this? Oh, that's just the father. I'm not crazy? Did it just start flashing right when I said that? So does this one have any additional... It does not have any additional objectives at the moment. So I have to figure out what the connection is on this. And when something starts flashing and I start thinking I'm going crazy again, make sure you point it out to me.
Is there something I am not seeing?
Okay, I think I already tried to link those previously. Oh no, I tried to link... Oh, hey, they're flashing now. Interest in Shakespeare and Elizabeth confirmed a spare key. How are they linked?
Magnifique.
Okay. Weird. A key is discreet enough to hide almost anywhere, even inside a book. So what you're saying is I need to go open the books? Elizabeth said Cassandra had a spare key somewhere close to her heart. I wonder what that could refer to. Maybe it's a book title? Hidden inside a Shakespeare book, Talk to Elizabeth. Okay. Tally-ho! So should I check the books first? It doesn't give me anything different. Guess let's go talk to Elizabeth. Elizabeth, this would be much easier if you just come inside the house. Just saying.
Certainly, officer.
The house contains a great deal of literature. Are you all keen readers?
Madame is the one with the refined taste. Angeline and I are much more partial to a simple love story.
Oh,
Aren't we all? Romeo and Juliet, the most famous of love stories.
I do enjoy it so. The passion, the romance. It gives me goosebumps just thinking about it. Madame has a copy upstairs in the main hall.
okay. So now we know where to get the key.
Merci, mademoiselle.
Started flashing after I attempted to connect objects. So is it their way? What you're saying is it's their way of telling me that I'm a moron? You're connecting wrong things. Here are the ones that go together. Book. One of the greatest love stories ever written. I'm glad to see Shakespeare's words are being enjoyed. Stop it. Here's the key. I was going to say, just get the key. Stop waxing poetic about the Shakespeare. Hey, Cassandra. I'm going to go open the door.
Finally, it is unlocked.
What exactly do you think you are doing?
Exactly what I want.
If I am to serve justice, I must be able to reach and talk with young Florette.
The girl is guilty and shall pay the price for her crime. I shall see to that. If you wish to listen to her feeble attempts to explain herself, so be it.
Everyone deserves to tell their side of the story, whether a feeble account or not.
To the lounge. At last, I'm able to speak with the accused and hear her version of events. I still have a number of questions. Perhaps she may hold the answers. Where are... Oh, there you are. Florette.
Mademoiselle Florette, I presume.
Please, officer. I did nothing wrong. You can't take me away.
Please relax, my dear. If you have done nothing wrong, you have nothing to worry about. But it is my duty to investigate all avenues. Ah bon?
Okay.
Relax. So you don't think I took the bracelet?
As of this moment, I cannot say. But answering my questions honestly will certainly help your case either way.
You are the accused. Why don't you begin by giving me your account of this morning?
I didn't even know it was missing till I got accused of taking it. Madame was so angry. She wouldn't listen to me.
There must be some reasoning behind her accusation.
I wonder if Cassandra thinks that she's one of the ones that's in the in the relationship, the restricted relationship, rather than Luke and Elizabeth.
How could I have taken it? I've been in town most of the morning. I was even late coming back. Then I was preparing breakfast.
So much to do. What exactly were you tasked with this morning?
Rihanna the cook is away, so I had to fetch breakfast for the house and prepare it all myself. How does she expect me to do that all on my own?
Okay, so the cook's name is Rihanna, just in case we need that information again. Let's not forget.
From what I understand of Madame Van den Bosch, she would not have been best pleased you returned late for breakfast.
Not best pleased? I thought she was going to batter me to death with a baguette. I hid in the kitchen and then tried to stay out of sight in the lounge until breakfast was over. Didn't want to put my head near her jaws while she was still hungry.
There's much worse things to be beaten to death with than a baguette.
Perhaps a brave move under the circumstances. And you did not go upstairs at all.
Madame was singeing a hole in the back of my apron with her glare. I daren't have moved. I was too scared to blink the wrong way. Never mind stamping upstairs.
In this morning's rain, I assume you would have hurried your duties.
I must just be slow, monsieur. My mother always said I moved like the snail. Maybe I was just happy to be out of the house.
I struggle to believe you would risk catching a cold in such conditions for a little fresh air. Perhaps you were overcome by the volume of the tasks at hand. Let's go with that one.
I had a lot to do. I lost track of time. I wanted to prove to Madame I'm not the useless waif she thinks I am.
Okay.
Merci. I shall take everything you have told me into consideration.
New mind map. But we've got... Now that I finally met young Fleurette, I should work to ascertain her innocence or guilt. We don't have any links yet. So, let's get out of here. Oop, there's something on the table. A letter. I do not always agree with the telephone companies and their charges, but ignoring the bills will not make them... So we're definitely looking at an insurance scam, aren't we? Dear Madame, despite our best efforts to contact you regarding your account, we have not received any response from the previous correspondence. With that in mind, you are being served a formal notice of 30 days from today to make a full payment on the outstanding balance, or we will be forced to revoke your service. If you would like to discuss the matter or have any other questions, please contact us immediately. Regards, Mr. Beaumont, Bell Telephone Company. Okay. A collection slip. So now there are collections too.
Huh.
A slip for... Oh, no, this is just like a dry cleaning type of thing. Slip for collecting a garment from Goosens and Oates Tailors. Dated today. Please bring this receipt with you when you come to collect your garments. The requested alterations of 1 mended sleeve, torn shoulder, 1 replaced button, middle breast, 1 inline tear, right breast pocket will be completed by end of day Monday. Available for collection Tuesday. Huh. Maybe torn as the person climbed in the window? Yes, we've not talked to the cook or Luke yet. Wine bottle. I wonder who the wine connoisseur of the house is. A vintage like this would fetch quite a price. Yes, that does explain why the phone's not working. A note.
Oh.
I've got an achievement about Luke for this. To receive such a note of devotion and love must be a delight. Signed from Luke. To whom is this love, I wonder? Well, we already know who this is for. It is an obligation that has taken me away from you, but it is my heart that will keep us together. My aunt is in much better health, rest, and some company has done her wonders. I hope to return to you and my duties at the house in a matter of days. Until then, keep well and know my thoughts that you are always in my thoughts now and forever. Luke. Missing poker? A poker stand without a fire poker is rather useless in my opinion. Where could it be? Well, we know where that is. Japers. Stray fire poker shouldn't be too hard to find. Come, my little gray cells, let's get to the bottom of this mystery. Collection of pastries that's probably missing a baguette since it was used to beat Fleurette. I could spend my morning in front of Miss Albert's, I don't know how to pronounce that, taking in the smell. A wet parcel. A wrapped parcel completely soaked through. I hope it has not ruined the contents. It looks like a hat box. The initials EP suggest this is Elizabeth's. A nasty black soot smudge is apparent. Why would such a delicate item be used on such a stubborn stain? What actually was it? Oh, a handkerchief. Okay. I assume we have everything in this room, yeah? Alright, so there's 2 connections in here. The abandoned poker. Like, this doesn't connect to this, does it?
Order and method. That is the way to solve...
I mean, Flora got breakfast that was largely untouched. What does this mean? Oh, it's a mended male suit inside. Although the package is addressed to E. Paget, there is no house address or stamp. How did this arrive? I would imagine this goes from the, where is the... Oh, the collection slip.
Things are beginning to become clearer.
Okay, that's one of the two. Seems someone collected this by hand. Who, I wonder? Parcel was collected from the tailors. Oh, here we go. The abandoned poker connects to the poker stand. I see it now.
Another success. I never doubted myself.
I didn't realize they had Angeline's bedroom here because a lot of times it seems like the only things that are shown on the mind map are things that are occurring in that room. Seems Angeline may have been the last one to use this. Poker. Where's my... There it is. All right, now I still have another connection. Do I need to talk to somebody to get to it? I do not. There's no items on the screen before. Florette was dawdling, maybe because she got the parcel from the tailors.
Some would say a lucky guess. I would say a moment of genius.
Elizabeth must have requested Florette's assistance this morning, causing her to run late. I doubt Madame was happy about this. All right. Now, who are we supposed to talk to? To Elizabeth and to Florette, okay?
Anything to show you I didn't do it. And Madame, I need this job, monsieur.
Was it you who collected the parcel this morning while in town?
Yes. Another thing on my to-do list. I'm afraid it's not in the same condition as when I picked it up.
At whose request?
It was a favor for Lizzie. I didn't mind having to get it.
For Lizzie. So they call Elizabeth Lizzie. So could she possibly also be the L, but there's nobody else with an E?
Merci. I shall take...
Huh. Let's go back out and talk to Elizabeth. I'm not sure what's on the mother for a connection right now. I figured I would follow this one and then we'll check that one out in a minute.
Certainly, officer.
Can you tell me about the package in the lounge?
The lounge? A package?
Oui, it is quite hard to miss.
Oh, how silly of me. I must have had my head in the clouds this morning. I'm sorry, I can't help you further.
She seems to know nothing about the package. Besides the obvious, was there anything unusual about this morning?
Besides the terrible rain? No. I woke, began my duties with Mademoiselle. I had already laid out a clean dress. I helped her into it, and prepared her for the day before getting started on tidying her room as neat as a pin.
Okay, but Angeline said that she got up late. I mean, she makes it sound like this is the same thing she does every day, but not if she woke her up late.
And the bracelet was still there when you left the room for breakfast.
I'm sure of it. I headed down before Mademoiselle Angeline.
Does Madame Van den Bosch have a habit of making such quick assumptions?
Madame is under a great deal of strain. It can't have been easy for her to lose her husband, raising Mademoiselle alone. She can be quick to anger.
And this morning, it sounds as though it was such an occasion.
It's not the first time I have had to stand and watch such treatment. I hate to see it. As I said, Madame hasn't had the easiest time.
You said it was not the first time Madame Van den Bosch has lost her temper with Florette?
Madame's scolding of Florette this morning was the worst I have seen her temper. I wish she could see that Florette is just trying to do her best.
Could there have been another reason for such a reaction?
Madame was not happy Florette was late. All through breakfast, Madame was watching her with a piercing eye. But she's still learning the way.
Okay.
Merci, mademoiselle.
Oh, we have a new mind map. Mademoiselle Elizabeth was reluctant to acknowledge the parcel that caused young Fleurette to be so late. Could there be something behind her avoidance of the subject? If there's a reason, I must establish what it is. I assume it's because it's actually Elizabeth's fault that Fleurette was late and she doesn't want to get yelled at. That's just me, though. Okay, so this is interesting, though, because, yes, this actually... Oh, was there a marriage this morning? Maybe that's what it was, because we have a gold band, and then, of course, the bench carving that Ellen loves E with a formal suit and the note from Luke. Let's try to link that to the suit.
I must take a different approach if I am to uncover the truth. Magnifique.
Okay, so they are still linking the bench carving to Luke. Carving acts as a subtle and private reminder for them both. Okay. Elizabeth and Luke are courting. Yeah, we already figured that out. Jeepers, I figured that out when we were still outside. Let's go to the gold band.
Some would say a lucky guess. I would say a moment of genius.
Okay, perhaps the relationship is more serious. That I first deduced. Than I first is what it's supposed to say. I wonder what Madame would say. So there's now Elizabeth and Luke are betrothed. Now we link it to the suit.
Things are beginning to become clearer.
So I was right about the wedding. I find the thought of such a plan cloaked in secrecy rather romantic, but their secrecy continues to perturb me. Mademoiselle Elizabeth was planning to elope with her beloved Luke, but why would she hide such a joyous occasion? I recall her saying Madame Van den Bosch does not look fondly on staff relationships, but I cannot help but think there is something else. That one was not complicated. Let's back up. Okay, well, I don't want to back the whole way out. I want to look at the mind map. Okay, so let's look at this one. Yes, there's a connection here now. All right, so here, the valuables are insured. This probably goes to the collection letter, right?
I must act on thought and...
Or, okay, maybe the fact that we're selling heirlooms?
This will not get me any...
Okay, Alright, let's back out of this one. Maybe let's grab one of the other ones that has... Personalized handkerchief is now on this thing. So this is new. This one is new, that there's a... The initials EP suggest this is Elizabeth's. A nasty... Okay, so maybe they're... Where's the fire... Oh, fallen soot. There we go.
I must take a different approach if I am to uncover the truth.
Okay. Maybe we'll link it to the cleaning rag that is also sooty.
What a revelation!
Okay, now is a new conversation unlocked. Perhaps the handkerchief was used to clean up what the rag did not. Okay, so we're talking to Elizabeth again. What about up here? Which one is newly added to this? Cassandra previously mistreated Fleurette. Cassandra watched Fleurette after she returned. Also, Fleurette confirmed collection of the parcel, right? And that Elizabeth denied knowledge of the parcel. I'm not sure which one they want us to connect on this one. I mean, they all kind of seem related, right? Like... So... She mistreated Fleurette. Okay, let's go talk to Elizabeth. Since I'm not 100% sure, let's go at least... Oh, we're still standing... Let's spin in a circle so we get the prompt again.
Certainly, officer.
You don't, by chance, happen to be missing an initialed handkerchief?
Why, yes, officer. I misplaced it after wiping a stain from Mademoiselle Angelieve's sleeve at breakfast. You are a great detective.
That was not rocket science.
You are not the first to say. Had she not noticed it herself, I imagine Madame would not allow even the smallest imperfection.
It baffles me how she couldn't have. It was only luck that I spotted it before Madame, and a good thing I did.
You seem rather excited earlier at the mention of Romeo and Juliet.
How could I not be? I may not enjoy his other works, but how can one not be blown away by a story of two so deeply in love that they will risk everything just to be together?
Especially being able to draw similarities between Verona's star-crossed lovers to yourself and your dearest.
Aha, he confronted her.
But I hadn't told.
Mademoiselle, I am an officer of the law. It is my duty to uncover the truth.
Please, you cannot say anything to Madame. She is against staff relationships of any kind. In her eyes, a relationship between staff is nothing more than a distraction.
But he means so much more to you.
Oh, officer, I have found my soulmate. At first, it was nothing more than pleasantries around the grounds, but that quickly changed. I know it's not proper for a young lady to pursue a gentleman, but once I knew his feelings reciprocated my own, why shouldn't I have followed my heart?
Love transcends professional and societal rules.
The mere thought of him was enough to make me blush, but I knew that Madame would never give her blessing. If we wanted to continue, we would have to do so in secret. The summer evenings here are just so beautiful. I often find myself walking around the grounds after my daily duties are complete. And it was one such evening that Luke was waiting for me at the gazebo. He looked ever so handsome. And the poem he had prepared, he had barely started reading and I was already a blubbering mess. Standing there beneath the warm glow of the falling sun, he asked for my hand, and I gave him my heart with no hesitation. Oh, I'm sorry, officer. I've been chattering on for so long. You have much more pressing matters than to listen to me rambling aimlessly.
One should never apologize for such a charming and bewitching story of love. But you are correct. While the culprit still eludes us, my work is not yet complete.
The love Mademoiselle Elizabeth and Luke share is obvious, and yet she remains respectful of Madame's ruling no matter the ridiculous nature of it. I cannot see her defying her code and stealing the bracelet. The investigation continues. That's because I think
Merci,
it's somebody in the
mademoiselle.
house.
You're
It's either Madame or Angeline is trying to get the insurance money, right? All right, let's go back inside. I don't know why we're going back inside. We need to look at the mind map. Okay. We have another connection here. Oh, there's one over here. Cassandra accused Fleurette. Presumably these would link together,
I
right?
cannot see the logic in this.
Really? You don't see the logic in the Fleurette things?
This will not get me any closer to my goal.
Okay. Does it connect to Fleurette has been
Is
crying?
there something I am not seeing?
I mean, there's a lot of stuff on here about Fleurette that actually do go together. It's just not connecting in a way that they want it to be connected. Oh, there's flashies now. Fleurette was running an errand for Elizabeth, and Cassandra watched Fleurette after she returned. Okay, so these two?
Another success. I never doubted myself.
So apparently, yes, if you connect enough of wrong ones together, they give you the moron tips, I guess, is what I'll call them. As she was constantly busy and under the watchful eye of Madame, Fleurette lacked an opportunity to take the bracelet. Why would Madame accuse her? All right. Fleurette had no opportunity. All right, there's no additional connections here. Let's back out on this one. Let's go into here. Angeline removed a soot stain. There's fallen soot
The
here.
pieces of the puzzle are finally coming together.
Okay, Yeah, see, that wasn't actually present previously because the fact that we had not talked to Elizabeth to get that Angeline remove the soot stain. All right, she must have used the cleaning rag to reach into the chimney, keeping her hand soot-free. All right. What does that say? Oh, that's probably just what we got now. All right, and then this one? Yes. Yes, moron indeed. Let's see. So this final demand letter has to link up to something. And I tried to link it to the valuables are insured. It made the most sense to me. Well, I guess it could link to the telephone, like you said earlier.
I should not be surprised by my own skills of deduction.
In my mind, we're linking like the collection letter to the fact that the valuables are insured because they're trying to, again, insurance scam. I'm not surprised the telephone... Isn't that about verbatim what you just said? One cannot just ignore financial responsibilities. Okay, now there's another connection. Financial responsibilities are ignored. This linked to here now.
I must act on thought.
Right, is there another conversation option? No. Okay, so that's got a link to something then. Oh, selling heirlooms. That might make sense.
What a revelation.
Okay. The family must be in a far worse position than I thought. I wonder if such desperation led to drastic actions? Hey, Cassandra's desperate for money. Valuables are insured.
Another success. I never doubted myself.
We got there in the end. It cannot be a coincidence that what is not being sold has been recently insured. Ange has it hid in the fireplace so her mother couldn't get it. Oh, that would be a sneaky twist to the plot. There's more to Madame Van den Bosch's accusation of Fleurette than it seems. A young maid would make for the perfect scapegoat, and with such coincidental timing ensuring the bracelet, there are still questions to be asked. Yeah, let's go talk to Cassandra. All right, Cassandra, spill it.
Really, officer?
Push on information regarding finances.
If you have something to ask, officer, I suggest you stop wasting my time further and just get on with it.
I've already seen and heard how hot-tempered Madame Van den Bosch can be. I should approach this with some sensitivity. Ooh, we can make her mad now. Understanding. My apologies, madame. I was merely thinking about what Fleurette has done to your family. Direct pardon. I am just considering all avenues. There is much for me to contemplate. I guess we'll go with the first one because she does not like... What is that little symbol? It's like a hammer. See this little symbol that pops up over here? It shows like a hammer cracking something. All right, we're going to go understanding.
And this is how she repays me? I will not be happy until I see her sufficiently punished.
All right, complimentary. I'm grateful for your vigilance, but it's time for the proper authorities to decide her fate. Empathetic. I can understand your anger. Her actions broke your trust and have affected you all. Authoritative. Her punishment should be decided according to the law, not by the lady of the house. Let's go empathetic. I can understand your anger. Her actions broke your trust and have affected you all.
I am glad you have finally come to your senses and have seen her guilt.
Well, I don't see that, but I could not help noticing the art being sent to the auctioneers and the unpaid bills. Inquisitive. Since the death of your husband, have you struggled to keep the house in the position it was? It must be difficult raiding Mademoiselle Angeline and running the house alone. Let's go sympathetic.
It is challenging at times, I will admit. But I can assure you the Van den Bosch name is as strong and prevalent as it has always been. I have tried my best to provide for Angeline, although sometimes she may not see it that way. She is not to know about what we have discussed. It is my burden to carry.
You are accepting the hand you have been dealt and raising a fine young mademoiselle. That is all that can be asked of you.
And you have done nothing but bother my staff and my family. I cannot stand here any longer and listen to this. second-rate officer speaking such drivel.
Oh, shoot. Madame Vandenbosch offers me the smallest slither of emotion, showing how she cares for her daughter before she makes haste for the door. Is it out of embarrassment, or perhaps there's something she is still trying to hide? I think it is perhaps time I continue my investigation elsewhere. Congratulations, you broke down Cassandra's defenses and have obtained new evidence in this case. It seems like you really had a nerve with Cassandra. Okay, oh, I didn't want to walk, necessarily. So... I do see the little flashing exclamation point beside the, Okay, so this is new over here. The theft fits Cassandra's insurance scam. Maybe this would connect to the fact that Fleurette claims innocence?
Come, my little grey cells. We...
So, part of me wants to go talk to Angeline, but it doesn't give me the option. Oh, hey, look at that. Steph, you might be right. Inspect the chimney and Angeline's bedroom. Okay. Hey. Maybe you're right. Maybe the whole tin of little mementos is in there and has the bracelet in it just to hide it from her mother. Wonder if Mademoiselle Angeline noticed Madame's abrupt departure. Does that mean I'm supposed to talk to her about it? Well, let's inspect the fireplace first. We'll see if Steph's right.
Aha.
I suppose this is one such occasion when I must literally get my hands dirty. And here's the bracelet. It was carefully concealed inside a rectangular metal tin. Uh-huh. Clearly, Steph, you've spent way too much time watching detective shows. I guess I can only talk to you if I'm standing in front of you.
The longer you're here,
Would you say that your mama is happy with young Fleurette's work?
Maman is never happy with anything these days. Also, Fleurette does have a habit of not doing things exactly how Maman wants them done.
And how does she react when she sees Fleurette not doing things the correct way?
Maman has the temperament of a kicked cat. Fleurette has often been on the wrong side of it.
That is how she responded today?
She was shouting at her, and when Fleurette would not admit she took the bracelet, Maman really lost her temper. I have not seen her that angry before.
Okay.
You have been of great help.
So clearly, there should be something on the mind map now about the bracelet. Okay, here's the bracelet. You can't connect the bracelet, unfortunately. So the bracelet should have some sort of branches coming from it. Let's maybe go into this one and see if we get additional conversation options. Cassandra became aggressive with Fleurette. I mean, again, there's so much here. This could link to like the fact that Fleurette has been crying. Cassandra previously mistreated. Let's just try to connect them. See which ones.
Things are beginning to become...
All signs are pointing to Fleurette being treated rather harshly by Madame. Would Madame escalate such mistreatment? All right. See, this is literally like the same. It's just worded differently. So this could connect to the fact that she accused her.
Order and method. That is the...
It could also connect to the fact that Fleurette has been crying.
I must act on thought and fact.
That is fact. I promise you it is. So did this bring out any other conversation options? Because sometimes you don't get the connections until you... Let's go into this one again. All right, so Miss Detective in chat, which ones connect here? So this one should connect to something, because this is the new one that brought up the connection.
Is there something I am not...
Oh, they're giving me flashy now. I must have done enough of them wrong. Okay, those definitely I would not have... I mean, I can see, I guess, sort of how they're putting the logic together, but the flashing ones are the theft fits Cassandra's insurance scam, and Fleurette had no opportunity. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily have connected those. I mean, I guess they're saying link them because it's not Fleurette, it probably is Cassandra, but... Okay.
The pieces of the puzzle are finally coming together.
Would Madame seize the opportunity and attempt to improve and continue to hide her financial woes? Again, they need to correct some grammar in this. Instead of seized, that should be seized. Let's see. Oh, now there's another connection. Fleurette was scapegoated. Oh, you can't see the words. Yeah, I'm not sure I can actually... Oh, I can zoom in a little bit. That probably makes it a little easier for you. Just makes it harder for me to actually see which ones, but... Alright, so Fleurette was scapegoated. Does that attach to Cassandra accused Fleurette?
This will not get me any closer to my...
Because those, again, are practically the same thing. Maybe this one with this, then?
I should not be
There we
surprised
go.
by my own skills of deduction.
So now we have to talk to Fleurette. Her incarceration appears to be the latest in a series of abuses by Madame. I have no doubt in young Fleurette's innocence. What I do doubt is the behavior of Madame Van den Bosch. If what I have heard is true, her treatment towards Fleurette is disgraceful. Right? There's still another one here. I wonder if we've got enough information to connect these. No, I don't think we do, because both the bracelet and the memento tin, I expect them to have branches off of them based on the recent conversations. Okay, downstairs, go talk to Fleurette. Yeah, I've noticed based on what you're saying in chat, there's probably a little bit of a delay on it. Alright, let's talk to Fleurette.
Anything to show...
This is not the first time Madame Van den Bosch has taken her anger out on you, is it?
She never used to be such a witch. When the Viscount was alive, she was much nicer. He was the head of the house, he gave the orders, and he treated us right. I would have gone long ago, monsieur, but my family can't afford for me to be picky about my employment.
I was not aware you were supporting your family, and at such a young age.
Papa lost his job at the factory just before he left for good, so Mama had to work even more. I was old enough, so I went to work. When I joined the Van den Bosch house, the Viscount was very kind. I didn't think he would care, but he wanted to help. He gave me some extra in my first pay pack, enough to keep the landlord from kicking Mama out at least. No one had ever been that nice before. I didn't know what to say, but all he wanted me to do was work hard for her. He even let me to go home and visit Mama and my brothers at Christmas, with a food parcel from the kitchen. Mama said she had never seen so much food. It's always been hard for her. Even before he left for good, Papa wasn't around much, and even when he was, we both wished he wasn't. My brothers were too young to remember what he was like, I hope. When I walked in Maman's house, everything seemed so much smaller. I must have got too used to the size of this house. I swear, you could fit our house in just this lounge. We didn't have much, but we didn't want for much. It was simple and it was home.
The valuables in the house do not determine the love it shares.
Someone should tell Madame that. Not that she'd listen anyways.
I'm assuming that this is the reason that Madame thought she could frame Fleurette for the robbery was because of the fact, or the burglary, as because of the fact that she doesn't have anything, so she's going to spin it as, you know, she needed money, so she took all of our fancy things.
I will uncover the truth of what happened today, mademoiselle. That, I promise you.
The Viscount's kind nature shines through again. His treatment of the staff is quite a contrast from that of the Madame's. From the way this young mademoiselle speaks of her family, I cannot believe she would risk her employment at the house to put them into an even worse position.
Merci. I shall take...
All right. Let's go into the mind map now and see if that gives us some additional options. Yeah, all the rest of these are completed, it looks like. So this is the only thing. Right, I'm sorry, you can't read the words when I have that zoomed out like that. So... So Angeline confirms a burglar. I think we already tried to... Nothing else
I must
was
take
taken?
a different approach if I am to uncover the truth.
Okay. I mean, that makes sense to me. The valuables are insured. Nothing else was taken. The jewelry box isn't linked. I thought I had linked that to something before. You're right, it's not. Would that be linked? I think we had tried to link that previously to both the fact that nothing else was taken. Oh, could potentially be linked to Angeline reached into the chimney?
Order and method. That is the way.
Okay. Or that the... It doesn't make sense much, I don't think, to that the valuables are insured. I mean, maybe?
Come, my little grey cells. We must think logically.
Okay. Oh, maybe the fact that she stashed the keepsakes in the chimney?
I cannot see the logic in this. Perhaps a
Well, there's logic behind it. I guess it could also go to the fact that there was insufficient cleanup. Not really,
I
but...
cannot see the logic in...
Oh, we're flashing now. Okay, Angeline stashed the keepsakes inside the chimney. So, how are these linked? Someone forced the window open from inside. So maybe just saying that she was trying to make it look like there was a burglary?
Magnifique.
Okay, new conversation unlocked. To stage a burglary and let it go so far is totally unacceptable. I cannot believe I allowed Mademoiselle Angeline to deceive me for so long, hiding the bracelet inside the chimney and staging a burglary, all part of her calculated and devious plan. I should bring this investigation to an end. Enough of my time has already been wasted, but I will not be satisfied until I know why. So the jewelry box, turns out it didn't get linked at all. Alright, so we're supposed to talk to Elizabeth. I assumed we would be talking to Angeline. Yeah, none of the rest of them have a... Alright. To Elizabeth. Whoops.
Certainly, officer.
I am ready to address the house. I believe it is time the truth behind the missing bracelet was revealed. He didn't actually find out from Angeline what the reason was. I'm assuming it's probably like you said, Stefan, that it was actually...
You have found the culprit? And the bracelet?
Everything will be revealed in good time. Would you be so kind as to gather everyone in the lounge?
Of course.
Merci, Mademoiselle Elizabeth, for gathering everyone. Will Madame Van den Bosch be joining us shortly?
She stormed past me not long ago, and I have not seen her return.
Very well. Under usual circumstances, I would wait. But I think we have spent enough time on this matter, n'est-ce pas? We shall have to proceed without her. This morning started like any other. My usual ordinary patrol, until I was approached by Mademoiselle Elizabeth about a suspected burglary and a missing bracelet.
A crime I've been falsely blamed for.
That I shall come to. I began my investigation outside, but it was not long before I realized there were no signs of an intruder, so I turned my focus to those in the house. You, Florette, your time here at the house has not always been the easiest for you, shall we say?
I do what Madame tells me.
And to the highest standard, I presume.
Madame's standards are very high. I do my best.
And you would at least expect fair treatment for the work, not to be spoken to in such a cruel and vicious way.
Monsieur?
I refer to how poorly Madame Van den Bosch treats you. You are at her beck and call, and she does nothing but belittle you.
That is Maman you're talking about. Just wait until...
It is nothing but the truth I speak, mademoiselle. All the while, mademoiselle stands by and does not even notice such cruelty. That must have angered you. Perhaps you thought it was time they deserved some retribution.
Stop trying to put words in her mouth.
I am merely giving her a voice, one that has been silenced for so long.
Maybe I do think she deserves it. She's had the world handed to her on a plate, and the likes of me get nothing.
A motive begins to rear its head.
You're just trying to get me to admit to something. Well, I've done nothing.
Allow me to finish. I am sure you will want to hear what follows. Let us return to this morning.
You were tasked with fetching breakfast from the town for the house, as well as fetching breakfast for the house. You took another task on which ended up delaying you further. Well, I don't think they want us to or at least Elizabeth doesn't want us to divulge the relationship, so let's stay away from that one. You were tasked with fetching breakfast from the town for the house.
I was only trying to help.
As any friend would. Even knowing your late return would anger Madame Van den Bosch further. But in the matter of the missing bracelet, it gave you a rather solid alibi.
I told you I didn't do it!
There is no feasible way that you could have made it into Mademoiselle Angeline's room while she was present with Mademoiselle Elizabeth, removed the bracelet, and still completed your duties. Which takes us to Mademoiselle Elizabeth. Mademoiselle Elizabeth, you have been with the Van den Bosch family for quite some time now, correct?
That is correct.
You have grown close with both ladies of the house and your fellow members of the house staff, would you say?
Of course. And I certainly hope they feel the same.
And yet there are still secrets that are kept from them, but there are still certain private matters they are not aware of. Let's go with private matters. Secrets makes it sound very, deceptive.
Officer, please.
Elizabeth, what is he talking about?
I am referring to the lengths Mademoiselle Elizabeth has gone to remain in your maman's employment.
It is Madame's house. She can enforce whatever rules she chooses.
Even if they are going against the very nature and cornerstone of man, to love.
I still do not understand.
Perhaps that is best for everyone. It is neither my place nor my want to make this situation any more awkward than it needs to be.
Oh, thank you.
Besides, it was not that story that cleared Mademoiselle Elizabeth's name. Rather, Florette's.
Florette's? But she was not here for most of the morning.
But when she was, more precisely while preparing the table in the lounge, she noted that, against regularity, you arrived alone for breakfast, without Mademoiselle Angeline by your side.
I'm not sure I understand what you mean.
It means that I found myself with two suspects with potential motives. But with a lack of opportunity, I was left with only one. Mademoiselle Angeline.
You can't believe I would hide my own bracelet.
The only explanation that remains, but perhaps Florette would be more satisfied hearing the truth from you. I think it is time for the truth to be told. The masquerade has gone on long enough. Let's go with Florette would be more satisfied hearing the truth from you.
I have nothing to say.
Well, that's rude. You would rather allow a faithful member of your staff to take the blame for your juvenile and adolescent actions. You acted out of fear. It is nothing we have not all done before. I'm surprised at your lack of compassion. I see the apple does not fall far from the... You acted out of fear.
How dare you speak to me like that? You have no idea what you're talking about.
I know that losing a father at such a young age must be horrific and terrifying. Perhaps I don't, but your mama does. She's someone you could confide in. Let's go with the first one.
You can't actually believe I would hide my own jewelry.
If you didn't, explain to me how your memento tin with the bracelet inside came to be lodged inside the chimney of your bedroom fireplace.
You have no proof I put it there.
Besides you being the only one in the room alone, even after finding the bracelet, I still did not know why you had done it. Until I contemplated why Madame was selling so many heirlooms and art.
You had no right to snoop through our house in the first place.
When it is part of my investigation, I have every right, mademoiselle. The unpaid bills and final notice from the telephone company.
Maman can do what she wants with her art. That means nothing.
But when there was no more art to sell, what then? You could not risk her taking your father's bracelet and selling it. So, you staged a burglary pretending it had been taken, preventing her from selling it. Then you stood back as the innocent Florette paid the price.
She didn't think about me at all. She was going to take my bracelet and sell it off. It would have just ended up on some old wrinkly wrist. I didn't think Maman would blame her. I didn't think she would do anything.
But she did. And somehow that evidently didn't cross your mind. When Madame returns, you shall have it all to explain.
Maman can't know what I have done. She will be furious.
But Mademoiselle Florette will be proved innocent. And that is what is important. No crime has been committed, so I see no reason why this should continue any longer. It is time you considered the consequences of your actions. And now, you must face them head on.
Maman, you're home.
Of course I am. And I've brought someone that will bring some order to this chaos.
She's very angry again. Major Felix Hagen. He may hold the rank of major in the British Army, but I question his authority here at all. Oh, interesting. In police matters, I am the authority. This is my investigation, and I will not have Madame dictating the results any longer.
Major, I can assure you I have this situation under control.
From what I have heard, you are far from it.
The missing bracelet has been found, and the guilty party has been identified.
I am well aware that the maidservant was behind it all. And yet I see her standing as free and innocent as you and me.
I am sure Madame Van den Bosch has informed you of her suspicions, but I'm afraid it was merely speculation.
Excuse me?
After conducting a full investigation, the evidence and facts led me to deduce...
Mademoiselle Florette could not have taken it, as she was in town most of the morning, including the time the bracelet was taken. Mademoiselle Angeline hid the bracelet. She had her reasons. He wanted Angeline to actually tell the story herself, so I kind of want to go this way, but at the same time, I don't want her to weasel her way out of it and not tell her anything, so... let's hope that if if Angeline doesn't cop to it, that they give me the option of doing it again, because I want her to confess herself.
I certainly hope you are not accusing my daughter of...
I'm sorry, Maman. He's right. Florette is innocent. I just wanted to show you.
Shh, girl. I will not have you guilted into taking the blame for that sticky-fingered girl.
Madame Van den Bosch refuses to acknowledge even a fraction of what has really taken place. I shall not let this continue any longer. Madame Van den Bosch, perhaps it would benefit you to hear Mademoiselle Angeline's. Any guilt your daughter feels should be only from her actions today. This one, he's getting cut off by her, so apparently it just angers her. So let's go with this one.
Officer Poirot. A word. Madame Van den Bosch was forced to make her way to inform me, alone, I might add, of the goings-on at the house today.
Major, with all due respect, she was impeding the investigation.
This may be how some officers act in the city, but here we show respect to our citizens. You are an officer of the law and should act as such. Insubordination like this will not be tolerated.
Ooh, he got very angry.
As the ranking officer, I have conducted my investigation and...
Ranking officer? Ha! You are an auxiliary officer. You have little authority over anyone, let alone a major. You would be wise to remember who is close friends with your commanding officer. After what I have heard of your past in the city, I'm sure he would look upon today's events as another failure at the hands of Officer Poirot.
As absurd as this has become, I must select my battles more tactfully. I can only hope the captain at the station will see things with some sense.
Oui, Major.
Now I suggest you do your duty and escort the maidservant to the station where she can be formally charged and a sufficient punishment handed out.
Right away.
Oh dear.
I'm sorry, mademoiselle. This is not the outcome I expected.
Maman was right. We'll always pay the price for the upper class's actions.
We will do everything we can to clear your name.
What can you do now? Madame said I'm guilty of a crime and I'll be punished. That's that.
A crime that was never committed. Once the truth is explained, this wrong shall be set right.
Angeline did not intend for you to be arrested. Surely you know her better than that.
I should have known better than to expect anything else. Justice and fairness don't reach the likes of me.
This young lady has already faced so much mistreatment at the hands of Madame Van den Bosch. I shall not allow her punishment to continue.
What you saw today was not justice. In the eyes of the law, you are innocent and have been harshly treated and wrongly accused. No one will be going to jail.
But that doesn't help my employment, does it?
That I cannot save. But your freedom, I shall make sure of that.
I feel like an imposter dressed in police clothing. I was brought here today as a representative of the law, and any shred of authority I had was dashed at the hands of the major. I refuse to allow justice to waver, and for it to become nothing more than a hand for those that wish to play it as and when they choose. Okay. This is not the first time I've seen the law bent to fit one's purpose, but it will certainly be the last time I fail to stop it.
Detective Poirot, I trust this finds you well. It has been many years since our paths last crossed, and while I'm sure your recollection of the events may differ from mine, I hope that receiving this letter has not rekindled a sense of animosity toward myself or the Van der Bosch name. The impression you made is something that has stayed with me since that day. It compelled me to reconsider the spoilt young lady I would have inevitably become and helped shape me into the woman I wished to be. You made me see the childish and selfish girl in me that did not consider the consequences of her actions or how they may affect others. Although Maman may see the events of that day differently, I believe the compassion you showed for our mate Florette, as well as the drive to uncover the truth and accept no alternative, was a testament to your character and professionalism. Although I wish it were under different circumstances, your assistance is once again required, and I hope you will consider this as my formal request for your service. This forthcoming weekend was due to be one full of joy and happiness at the announcement of my engagement to Gideon Demir, whom I love dearly, bringing together two illustrious families, but it has been shadowed by deceit, extortion, and blackmail. The Van der Bosch name is being held to ransom by a mysterious party, and I am afraid I do not know who I can and cannot trust. We are holding a small gathering to celebrate our exciting news with what Maman calls the dignified elite, those that are well respected and held in high regard in both our close inner circle and society. Our private matters have always remained just that, so I fear one of those invited may be the person who is out to ruin our name, but for reasons I cannot fathom. I have enclosed a first-class rail ticket for you to join us for the announcement, and having contacted your superiors and the correct authorities to request your assistance, which they were more than happy to grant me, I shall expect your arrival with great anticipation. There shall be a carriage waiting for you at the station to bring you directly to Mnemosyne House. I thank you in advance in our time of crisis. Yours respectfully, Angeline van der Bosch.
Okay. So, was that like a tutorial level? All right, I want to get out of this. Let's back up. Goodness. My intention here, as a matter of fact, let's go ahead and my intention here is to go ahead and end the stream. I actually have to get going. So I don't know if you guys are interested, whoever is watching this either now or after the fact on YouTube, but if there's obviously more chapters, we can certainly jump back into those maybe on another Sunday or something like that if you're interested in watching it. So you're gonna have to let me know in the comments if you'd like to see maybe some more of the mystery and see what we can solve. But unfortunately, for now, I have to get going, so I'm going to call this an episode. If you enjoyed this episode, feel free to like and comment, but also subscribe so that you get notified of future videos. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will catch you in the next one.